Alright, back at the park where I do my spray painting, and we got a lot to do today. So over here we have some things that go in your rearview mirror. We got the things that will cover the side of the whatever those are called in the side holes of the car. I don't really know. Over here there's a lot of little silver bits. We got tire valve pressure things, which I put a toothpick under so that it stays, nice and neat when I'm spray painting. Also got my replacement volume knobs, which if you saw that disaster of a video from the last time, hopefully these work out a lot better. These are the right ones. I verified that. Door jamb covers. So I already have blue ones on the car, but we're gonna see what these look like if I spray paint them. And then this thing here goes on the buttons, or around the buttons that go in your trunk when you push them to close or lock or whatever. And then over here we have wiper blade covers for the back of the car. So we'll see how that goes. Now, we are of course using the same spray paint that I've used all throughout. This stuff works pretty good. Good rich color in the end, mostly. So yeah, I expect great things that will turn out similar to what I've done in the past. So we'll get going here and see how this works. Alright, 2 coats in. It's covering pretty good. You can see the side's a nice rich color. Over here, things are still a little bit silvery, but its coverage is okay. All the other bits are still a little bit silvery too throughout. You can kind of tell from the sheen, but we're going to do a couple more coats here to get that all right. A couple minor flaws here and there, but hopefully the other coats cover it all up. You can see some of again the silver, sometimes it's poking through, sometimes it's not, if the video does it justice, but hopefully these other coats make it better. Alright, 4 coats in now. Everything's a good rich color. Pretty happy with how this all worked. All we have to do now is let it dry and see how they all turn out. Alright, update. A couple weeks after I painted these first time out. Some of them came out pretty good, some of them probably need some rework. I think these came out the best. These little thingies that go in the door jambs. It's a real good color. It's all even throughout, and it looks super awesome. So we'll see what that looks like later when I compare it to the ones I already got, and see if I want to replace them with these, which I'm pretty sure I will probably do that. These knobs also came out really good too. There's some couple minor imperfections on the bottom, like you can see right there. I might want to try to touch that up. But apart from that, I mean, it looks pretty good first time through. When I did the other knobs, if you saw that one, I did two rounds of coats. But this one, I think I'm going to stay as is because they're pretty darn perfect. And then try to maybe use a Q-tip or something to clean up the minor stuff on the bottom, and go from there. Also, this is the little door jamb for the back, the trunk. I think the color is too light, so I'm going to do another round of coating on this one because it just doesn't match, right? Like it's too, I don't know if the video even does it justice, but it's like a totally different color than anything else. And I think it's because it's just a different material, and I'll just have to do another round of paint and hopefully darken that up a little bit and make it look really good. Hidden in the back up here, I have the little caps for the tires, and they're okay. I think I'm gonna try to do another round with these too, just because it didn't come out so even, right? Like look at the bottom compared to the top. It's not an even spread, and I think, like I said, when I did the knobs before, it looked kind of like this, and then I did it with another round and it came out all even and perfect. So I'm gonna try to do these again. The back windshield wiper I'm not too happy with. The tops look great because they were, on the top, but on the sides, you got a lot of these like running color. So I'm gonna try to hopefully do another coat and clean that up and make it look nice. Although I don't know how that's gonna, get out of there. I may just have to redo this because I just was probably too aggressive with the spray paint. Same thing with this piece. The top looks great, but it's the sides and the bottom that not so great. So we'll see what happens there. Like I said, maybe I gotta redo it. I don't know. Side skirts, or whatever these are called, I think these came out really good. There's a couple minor imperfections. You can see a big blob right there of dark color. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. I don't even know if I'm gonna use these. They might be too much on the car. You know, if it was more subtle or smaller, perhaps. But I don't know what these are actually gonna look like. They might look good if I end up doing the door handles, which I did previously, but we'll see what those turn out as. And then over here we got the blue window rear mirrors. These I will have to redo because the coating on the sides, they just didn't seem to stick too well. Especially like over here, you can still see some silver. So I'll have to redo those. I think it's just the nature of what it is, because like you spray paint it like this, and everything you're spray painting is vertical. Unlike, you know, some of these flat parts that I think this works better on, when it's just flat and straight up. Especially these, like it's all flat and it just comes out even and smooth. Whereas these, you know, obviously that's a problem. So I'm gonna have to try to redo that, and hopefully it comes out better the second time. So I'm gonna go on outside and try to spray paint up the ones I gotta do and go from there. Alright, second round done for at least the ones I went for round 2 on. I think for the most part they came out okay. Obviously it's a little bit of a darker color, but for the most part it looks pretty good. There's some very small flaws, such as right in there. If it will focus, you can kind of see the different colors. But for the most part, not bad, and you're not going to recognize it on these. This one came out pretty nice too. If you recall before, it was a much lighter color and not so even, so that looks pretty good. For the back door flippier button push thing for the trunk, and then this one, same thing. It looks okay. Like I said, there's a couple little flaws up here, but I don't know. I think it's okay. I don't even know if I'm going to use these. You know, I just want to see what they look like and then go from there. What didn't really come out so well are these things. I didn't expect much. There's a lot of flaws in these on either side. So yeah, not so impressed with how these turned out. But I got Plan B and C coming. So, you know, because I had a feeling these would be awful, I did go ahead and buy a second set. They're only $10, so why not? You know, try again. Lessons learned, that kind of stuff. Grow from there. I think I just went a little too heavy, because this is the only one kind of that I have that has like a big flat side part. So I just got to go a little bit lighter, and do it, you know, on the lighter side. Now, Plan C, because these turned out too bad, is I also got some vinyl wrap. So I'm going to try, because it's a very close color to what the paint came out to, I'm going to try to wrap it, the bad one, and then see what happens, and see if I like the spray painted version when I do it again, or the wrap one, if I can figure out how to vinyl wrap. So yeah. Now, because I did a second coat here, they did come out a little bit of a darker color than, if you recall, what I did before. So there's the other stuff that we're also going to pop on, which I'll try to do in its own separate video once I got everything together and ready to go. And we're just going to try everything and see what works, see what doesn't, and go from there. Who knows? I might not even put any of this stuff on, but you know, I'm trying. See what comes out cool, and yeah, go from there.